This is going to be a Draconian starseed reading for January 2026. So you have two kings here. You have King of Winter and King of Summer. You also have Princess of Summer on top of the deck. And Four of Autumn. Warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. This could also be embracing like the father archetype as well. You have King of Winter here. Intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. Two very opposites. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. You also have Squirrel. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. So this is like your balance card, I guess, because it seems like you just kind of have to balance these two extremes here. You also have Princess of Summer. You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. So maybe just approaching these opportunities on a balanced spectrum. You don't want to be too emotional, but it seems also that you don't want to be too unemotional, you know? So it's like, these are the two archetypes that are here. You have like two opposite extremes, and you have this opportunity that's going to wander out of the woods, and you're being asked to balance it. You also have Two of Summer here with Lovebird. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So yeah, balance, I think, is the biggest thing here. High Priestess underneath that. Yeah. Balance. January 2026. All right, so you have Fish here. You have the Tower underneath of that. And the Crossroads. And Lily, House, and Coffin came up for you. So you're at a crossroads. The fish of abundance are going to come to you no matter what. But what sort of abundance or how you use it is really what the question is here. So you have House, Lily, and Coffin. So with the crossroads that you are at, are you burying what you want to bury? And are you burying that to move on from that? And are you planting what you want to grow? Or are you planting something that maybe you thought you wanted, but you don't? And how does that affect the foundations that you have? And how will that affect your foundations in the future for what you want to build? And ultimately, it's your choice. And you've kind of been... You've been embracing both of these archetypes for a bit. So you're kind of like... You might feel one with one situation or person, and then another day with the same person, you might feel another way. Or maybe that person feels that way with you as well. So as far as your home life, you need to approach it, I guess, from that balanced point of view. And you also need to approach it thinking about your future. I mean, if you try to cling on to something, will that destroy your foundations? And if you let go of that thing, will that destroy your foundations? And that's something that you have to really evaluate. Which is kind of where the owl comes in. This is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. And if there's other individuals, or maybe your job or something, who has an effect on these things, don't be afraid to ask them questions. And with so many kings and masculine things, maybe embracing a little bit of the divine feminine, because you have a lot of divine masculine that's just kind of, it might be clouding some things. So you have Keeper of Sharing up here. You also got Keeper of Play, Keeper of Trust, Keeper of Abundance, and Keeper of Focus. So really what I see here is focusing on how the decisions that you make currently are going to affect the foundations that you wish to build. The abundance is there. The abundance is coming through. And Keeper of Trust is trusting your own processes, your own intuition. Because the life that you want to build is based off of the decisions that you make. And what you allow in and out of your life also affects your life. So trust your own decision making, trust your own intuition, and trust that You're going to build what it is that you want and not what everyone else around you wants. And embracing just even the smallest of joys. Doing things for yourself, having fun, using that creative energy for the positive is really going to help you through this decision-making process. That's what we have for January. I hope that helps.